Alright guys, welcome to the video. We're in my basement. Just kind of do a recap video on this past weekend. We spent the weekend up in Brainerd, Minnesota at Brainerd International Raceway for the first ever Karmageddon event. Previous years it's been hosted by MA Performance under the Proving Ground name. That we've attended multiple times, but this year it was hosted put on by Brainerd Raceway and not under the MAP banner. So we went there. I was a little under attended this year, which benefited some of the drivers in that sense, but yeah, so that's what we did. It was a great event as a whole. I was there with Max Odegaard, a good friend of mine that I've known for a few years now. So that's what this video is about. My time pit crewing and helping him drive the event to the max. So we got there Friday. We left Friday morning to get there by as early as possible. The driver's meeting was at 12:15, so we wanted to get there in time to unload, get everything set, get through tech, to go to the driver's meeting, and then the entire afternoon Friday is the road course. So what you're going to see now is four clips that I got of Max and one of our good buddies, Kurt, just completely ripping what we call the carousel on the track. So that's the plan. We'll go to those, and so stay tuned. So that was the carousel videos day one. After a couple of rips there, we ran into some issues. When Max pulled off after going through his second set of tires, he parked it next to a bunch of the guys, and he found out he had low voltage. To come to find out, he lost the alternator. The alternator stopped charging. So we spent the rest of the evening going to about 8 different parts stores, calling everything in, within an hour drive. Did not find anything. He's running a 1JZ, as you probably heard in the clips there. So it's pretty hard to find that alternator. So what we ended up doing is packing up in the truck and going where we're staying that night, which is a little bit north of the racetrack. It's a Max's family's cabin. So we went up there, kind of decompress, kind of gather our thoughts, and day two. Saturday morning we woke up and ended up finding an alternator in Blaine, Minnesota, which is about 3 hours from the cabin and about 2.5 hours from the racetrack. So Max's brother Tom ended up, which you guys have seen in previous videos, helping me out in the garage. He was still in the cities and ended up going to Blaine, getting the alternator and driving north while we bombed it from the cabin. And then we just tried to figure out where we could meet as we were just both driving towards each other. We ended up meeting just north of Princeton. We were around that area, which worked out great because Tom had to get back to the event he was at, and put us in a position to get back to the track by around 12:30, pending any stops. So we bombed it back to the track. We got the alternator in, but unfortunately, we didn't get it in time for Max to meet up with, or basically get on the schedule for the tandem competition with his buddies. So we ended up getting the truck done, and as they were like pretty much right when they were starting the tandem competitions and stuff. So we sat and watched those. So the first two clips that you'll see next are our buddies, Gavin, Josh, Kurt, who you saw do the carousel, and a few other guys do a 5-car tandem at it. So they ended up placing second, so it was pretty good for them. I didn't film any of their other guys, so you'll see those here in a second. And then after the tandem comp, it was kind of open drift for about a half hour. So that was what was left of the afternoon. So there'll be a couple of videos of the guys ripping. I was standing in kind of the pit area, so I wasn't able to get them in the big sweeper, but yeah, so let's go to those videos. That was kind of what we did in the afternoon. So from typical Saturdays is a break between drifting and the night drifting. So and that's usually when autocross takes over the big skid pad and does their main Saturday event time. So we basically had the downtime. We got the truck prepped, got tires mounted, got some food, and basically prepped everything we could and looked over the truck in preparation for the night drift, which is like the big spectacle of the weekend. So we did that, and so the next couple clips are really what went on during the night drift. What you'll see is it's basically 3 small clips, which is probably some of the best clips of the weekend. One is on the pad watching Max and a few buddies launch and do a three car tandem, whatever, you'll see. And then the second video is me actually riding with Max and him absolutely ripping, and with Gavin and Chase. So it's such a great video. It's already been posted all over Instagram, so you guys have probably already seen it. If not, go watch it again, put it on repeat. It's so good. And the last video is the next run Max had after my in-car. He gave someone else a ride, and he ended up blowing his power steering. Come to find out, after we got home yesterday, it was just the high pressure line had vibrated loose. Best case scenario, but at the time of the track we didn't have fluid, and fluid was everywhere. Reservoir was empty, so he called it quit after that video, after that run. So we drove out of the pit area, went back to where by the condo area, and we went and stood on the balcony, kind of finished out the night watching rest of friends and all the other drivers blow through the rest of their tires. So one small clip of that happening. So I'll run these clips, and thanks for watching. Enjoy these clips.